If you're following Depp and Heard and you know about events after Virginia, you know Johnny was recently at the Cannes Film Festival and Amber was at one in Sicily, Italy. This here is from People. It's from June 26, 2023, and it says Amber Heard's In the Fire director says she has an incredibly bright future ahead, and they claim this is exclusive. In the Fire director, Connor Allen tells People that the indie film will serve as a platform for a hell of a comeback for the actress. Okay, we'll see about that. We don't have numbers out on it yet, sales, profit, whatnot, but it seemed like a pretty small festival and a pretty lukewarm reception for the movie. Amber Heard has a comeback movie on her hands, the film director says. The indie movie In the Fire, a thriller starring Heard as a psychiatrist in the 1890s, had its world premiere at the 69th Taormina Film Festival in Italy over the weekend. I just keep finding it funny that Amber's playing a psychiatrist, but I must note, apparently, according to the trailer or some clips, it's a fraud psychiatrist. They say Amber posed together with this guy Connor on the red carpet, and they do mention that the film was filmed before the trial, which is good they mention, so they don't try to play the narrative like she got it after the trial and people didn't care what happened, that kind of thing. So, alright, a good fact to mention. Amber has an incredibly bright future ahead, Allen told People at the Taormina Film Festival. I think In the Fire showcases her talents as an actor. I know this is something she is very proud of, and it's something we are very excited to release to the public. I think it'll be a great opportunity for her to have something beyond the trial and stuff to talk about and to be a platform for a hell of a comeback, he adds, but people just said it was filmed before the trial. All right, I know it's coming out after the trial, but if you know it was filmed before the trial, it's not exactly the same. Allen says he can envision her directing films one day. Okie dokie then. As a director, I never look for more competition than there already is, but Amber obviously has the ability and the intelligence and the charisma to direct or to write if she wants, he says. I bet she could even read. She reads a lot. She's very intellectual from what I hear. I think Alan might be one of the Simpsons, if you know what I mean. But of course, his last name is Connor, so that can't be. Now, here's a pinch of BS. I mean, at least tell some of the truth. People don't do indie films for the paycheck, they do it out of passion. Your job as director is to get everyone as excited as you are. With Amber, I had a partner who had the same passion for the role and for the movie and for the story itself, he says. Now, let's think about this. He says an indie film is not for the paycheck. What I think is an indie film is to get noticed, to get bigger, to start getting more paychecks. Because what kind of person can make an indie film? Well, someone who's got the money and the time to make a movie without worrying about their 9 to 5 to feed their family or pay the rent or whatever. So those people can have the passion because apparently they must already have the money. Films take money to make and time to make. So you can't really be making ends meet and just getting by, but working on your indie film that's not about the money. Obviously, if you can make an indie film while struggling with a 9 to 5 or something, well, then it is about the money, isn't it? So either way, money is a factor. And if you've got all the money anyway, of course you could be passionate about it. You don't have anything else to worry about in your life. You could just be passionate about some movie about some psychiatrist talking to some kid who's possessed. Woo! Let's get passionate. How about the real world? People are out there working. It's kind of tough. So if you're sitting there passionate about this, well, you probably don't have to worry about too many other things. Let's keep going. Actually, that's where it ends. It would occur to me on critical thought that People is one of the magazines, or I should say publications, that actually supports Amber pretty much across the line. They've had the occasional positive article about Johnny, mostly music focused or something like that, but it's been like 90% a landslide for Amber. So, of course, this guy gave People an exclusive. I bet that was spontaneous. I bet he spontaneously said the best things he could possibly say to her, to people specifically. What a coincidence. Let me know what you think in the comments. Doing shout outs, special thanks, pop culture, things like that. Thank you to Cindy Bryden and Laura B. and the Manson cases, always sending me articles and stuff like that. If you're not subscribed here and you don't subscribe, I'll be sad. But if you do subscribe, I'll be happy, and you'll see me next time. If you're following Depp and Heard and events after Virginia, you probably know Johnny was recently at the Cannes Film Festival and Amber was at a Sicily Film Festival. Well, I was going to say Sicily, but when you're talking fast, it doesn't always work. Take two.